So we officially got another new update for Counter-Strike 2 today, and there are some big things to talk about here. Obviously, there is the Copenhagen sale, which did surpass the longest major sale in history that is now wrapped up. It is officially over. We're going to be taking a look at what is going on with some of the capsules, some of the stickers, what I'm going to be doing, and what I think you guys can do to hopefully maximize your overall Copenhagen investments and profits and all that good stuff, but also some changes to the game and maybe even cleaning up the game a little bit. All kinds of stuff to be excited to talk about in this video and much more. With that being said, first I want to mention real quick my cash trading business. If you are looking to sell any of your CS2 items, turn them into cold hard cash or crypto or any other payment method, definitely hit me up over on Twitter. It's going to be the first link in the description below. I'm buying pretty much anything and everything for the right price. We got some stickers, some guns, some knives, some patches, some agents, some gloves, whatever. If you guys need money for IRL stuff or just to switch up your portfolio or inventory or whatever, hit me up. We can probably get a deal done. And of course, you're helping support me, my channel, my content, which I would appreciate a ton. With that being said, let's get right into this video. So as I said, we saw within the last couple of days, it's just been within the last week or so, we actually had the Copenhagen sale, the sticker sale, or capsule sale, whatever. The capsules being 75% off, going from $1 to 25 cents in the Steam store, or like in game or whatever. Passing Paris as the longest sale ever. And it does seem like over the past couple of years, each sale has been getting a little bit longer and a little bit longer and a little bit longer. Now, Paris was way longer. Paris was like historically long and it was crazy. And many people thought Paris was long because Valve was working on CS2 at the time, because the Paris sale was going so well. There was not really any other content in the game. So like, why not continue the Paris sale, whatever. It made at least a little bit of sense. So obviously it led to the massive disaster that Paris has been. But I think a lot of other people were expecting the Copenhagen sale to be pretty long as well, but not as long as the Paris sale. There weren't as many reasons or good excuses for Valve to continue the Copenhagen sale for as long as they did. And again, I've been very critical of them for doing so. I think it's very embarrassing. I think it's absolutely ridiculous, ludicrous, whatever. But yes, this sale did surpass Paris as the longest sale in major history, and now it's leaving a ton of question marks for the future. You know, are major sales going to continue to keep being 3+ months long, especially when we're getting possibly even 3 majors per year? You know, the major in the event already lasts like a month, then the sale is going to last a month. So, you know, we're really going to have this capsules on sale for like 8-9 months per year. I mean, that just seems a little bit ridiculous. And honestly, 3 months after the major has ended, no one's really even talking about the major anymore. The major has come and gone. So to still have the stickers on sale 110, 111, 112 plus days after the sale is really embarrassing. But thankfully, we did get, I thought I had it pulled up, but yeah, so thankfully, we did get this update from Counter-Strike 2 today, which we will go over real quick. This is the, August 14th update. We did have Mills update to the latest version from the Community Workshop, Pool Day update to the latest version from the Community Workshop. So again, just note that these are not even changes from Valve themselves. These are changes from the actual map makers that Valve has just kind of approved and pushed through and seen that's okay. So this really doesn't even count. This is really the update from Valve. And again, this is another thing that I've been very, very critical of and I'm really disappointed in. I actually tweeted this out that I would rather see no updates at all and just them wait and put out at least significant updates or changes to the game. Like, yeah, obviously the game needs you know, some quality control and updates and stuff like that, but have that be a part of something more meaningful and something a little bit more meaty or whatever. Don't just put out these 4-sentence updates because they really are bullshit, and it makes it look like Valve is being so active and you know, making tweaks and changes to the game, whatever, but really all it does is just, hey, they took a couple weeks to really change nothing about the game, even though it's in a state where obviously so much stuff needs to be changed and so much stuff can be changed. So all they did was they slightly delayed tagging effects to reduce instances of players experiencing teleportation when taking damage. They fixed the case where players could start the bomb plant animation outside of bomb sites, fixed the case where the revolver barrel would rotate erroneously, and reduce initial load times for the settings and play menus. Okay, great, awesome, whatever. But also in this update, they did, at least for now, officially remove the Copenhagen sale. Now, I'm a little bit surprised that this was not mentioned in the patch notes. I thought, I could be wrong, but I thought for Paris that this was actually mentioned in the patch notes when they did end the sale, but I guess not. There are some very, very funny tweets from here, though. Damn, I was going to pick some up. Maybe they should leave it in a bit longer next time. And then we did have this from Price Empire as well. 111 days is what they're going with as the official time for the Copenhagen sale, meaning that, again, it was the longest Counter-Strike sale to date. I believe Paris was like 106 days. Copenhagen goes 5 days longer. And again, what does this mean for sales going forward? I think it pretty much means you have to expect that Shanghai is going to last 110 plus days. days. And even if Shanghai does end up being a very cool looking sticker set or has some very cool stickers in it, or even ends up being bordered or like a really cool bordered set, it still is probably not going to be investment grade, because I don't think there's any way something that's out there in the market this massively buyable for this long can really be a good investment in any kind of meaningful amount of time frame. And again, if I had known that Paris was going to be in the store for that long, I would have never put as much money as I did into Paris. And under my assumption that Copenhagen was going to be in the store pretty long as well, that's why I have not, made any Copenhagen investments or anything like that. But so this is where we sit in terms of today, where Copenhagen stuff is now. These are kind of the prices as the Copenhagen sale is ending. Now we will see. I haven't checked everything, but just looking at some stickers real quick, we have, this is the cheapest sticker that has gone up a little bit. It's actually pretty flat over the past week. We have the Mongol sticker, which was like 23 cents before. It's up to about 27 cents now. But some of the other stickers are moving a little bit more meaningfully now that the sale has ended. We have the Amcall sticker going from around 38 cents up to 46 cents. So maybe like the very bottom of the Copenhagen barrel in terms of, like demand and stuff isn't doing good, but Ecstatic going from 67 cents to 72 cents. I don't know if I've covered up. It's just going up a little bit. These stickers are not going up massively because, again, there's just not a ton of demand for them, and the supplies on them are absolutely insane. But we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stickers under $1 at the end of the sale, and this is, definitely not something we saw for Paris. Paris, the prices were way higher, which actually makes Copenhagen a more compelling investment, because with these prices being lower, one, there's just less room for them to drop overall, but there's also more room for them to potentially rise and gain. Now, obviously, Copenhagen doesn't have the quantities of Paris, but also there's not the demand of Paris either. These stickers are much worse looking. You can just see, even in these bottom 8 stickers that are all under $1, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 or 6 of them that are like this yellowish orange color. We have more yellowish orange color stickers in there. I don't know. They're borderless, but they're the worst version of borderless in the game. It doesn't really seem like people are that excited about them or crafting with them or anything like that. We do have kind of the mid tier of Copenhagen stickers as well. If this ever decides to load, Steam is, hit or miss on if it ever decides to load or not. And then obviously we have the higher end. So in the mid tier, we have some stuff like Team Spirit, which is really cool. You have Imperial, Saw being a unique borderless sticker in this set. Navi, Virtus Pro, and Turtle Fire. But again, you can see, we have a couple of these yellow and gold stickers again. And then finally at the top of the market, rounding out what Copenhagen has to offer at the end of the sale, we have Koi being the most expensive. We have Lin Vision, Cloud9, and Furia being the biggest stickers from this set. And obviously it'll be interesting to see what they do. Again, this is the Koi sticker. The number 1 sticker from this set has been going up quite well since the sale ended, about $9 before. Now it's up above $10. So this one's actually going on a nice little run. We have Lin Vision, which was, $8 towards the end of the sale. Now it's up to like $9. So it does seem like the top of the Copenhagen market is actually seeing some nice little gains. Cloud9 going from like $7, maybe up to $8. And again, Furia here going from like $4, maybe up to like $5 or $5.50 or something like that. So if I did own any Copenhagen stickers, I would honestly probably be looking to sell out of them right now, because I do think that in the coming months, especially as we get closer and closer to the Shanghai Major, which I have to assume is probably going to be a borderless sticker set. This might be a nice little time to sell off some of your Copenhagen stickers as they have a nice little price rise. Again, I wouldn't really want to be holding them through the release of Shanghai, and I just think that these prices are probably going to go down over time, just like we saw with Paris, where Paris, saw this little bump and then just kind of continued to drop and drop and drop, because the genuine demand is just not there and the supplies are way too high. When you have a sale go on this long, it's just going to be really, really tough to manage. As far as other updates in the CS2 update, we did have Osni letting us know that SnapTap was mentioned after the new CS2 update. Here we have, SnapTap stats. It looks like this is a way to detect people using it. Are potential SnapTap bans incoming? Now, I didn't really know exactly what SnapTap was, but apparently this is a new Razer feature in some of their keyboards or something. SnapTap prioritizes the latest input between 2 selected keys without having to release the previous one, which obviously when you first read that gets you thinking about counter strafing, and then you have this Reddit thread. Razer just released a new SnapTap feature, which in theory helps with counter strafing. For example, if you're holding A down and press D instead of standing still for an instant, the feature unpresses the A key for you, making you instantly strafe in the opposite direction. So obviously this has been a very, very controversial feature, which has people, wondering and talking about it and whatever. And it seems like Valve maybe will start banning people for this. I don't know. They at least want to be able to detect who is using it and what is going on and kind of what their stats or whatever looks like. Obviously, I'm sure it's not something that they necessarily want in the game or want being used or abused or whatever. One final note on Copenhagen. Here's what the final capsule prices are looking like as well. Most of the capsules being 25 cents or less, even after the sale has ended, which is definitely very interesting. That's another thing to note, is that even though the sale is going on and people are like, oh, of course Valve's going to make the sale keep going on, they're going to keep making money, but really there's been ways to buy capsules for less than 25 cents, even from Steam, which obviously Valve is getting a cut of, but on third-party marketplace and stuff for quite some time. So extending the sale doesn't really even necessarily maximize their value or make them a ton of money or anything either. So I don't know. It's kind of weird, but yeah, definitely a huge update that the Copenhagen sale is now officially over. We got some small changes from Valve, another kind of BS update. But yeah, the fact that this thing is now done, it's also kind of disappointing because that means we have like no kind of that interesting content in CS2. Like, yeah, Copenhagen wasn't that interesting, but at least it was something. Now we haven't really got anything. We're in this weird in between right now. Yes, we have Shanghai on the way. Hopefully we have a new case or collections or operations or something coming soon. But right now we're kind of in that time where Valve hasn't given us anything. Now that Copenhagen's done, they're not replacing it with anything. That's a little bit disappointing, but this sale is over. Thank God that it's over. It was not a fun major sale, and man, I hope things are different for Shanghai, but I don't have very high expectations going into that. We'll have to wait and see, but pretty much it for this video today, guys. Hopefully I catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.